living life to stay. Hey, hey, 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 love yourself first, explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dreams. Living life to stay. Hey, hey, living life to stay. Hey, hey, living life to stay. Hey, hey, living life to stay. Hey, hey.
Hey y'all, happy Thirsty Thursday. Let's see who we got in here already. Hey Kenneth, how are you today? Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for joining God Desires for Me. I appreciate you both for being here. I had to switch it up a little bit today. I am on quite a few hours earlier than normal simply because I'm traveling this evening. And so I wanted to stick to my commitment of coming on Thursdays and Mondays and Sundays. But I figured it would be best for me to come on early today. So I thank you for tuning in. And then for those who are normally here and can't make it this time of day, at least they will have the replay to go back and watch. So, hey, Tam, I see you over there on Facebook. I'm trying to do all the things and have all of the different platforms that we're streaming on in front of me so I can do my best to not miss anybody who's popping on. Hey, Mac, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so y'all know, I'm your girl, Stae Hall. I am an author, a transformational coach. I am an certified emotional and soft skills coach as well. And I do all things entrepreneurship. So I am here today to talk to you all about your small business and strategies for success, because I have literally been an entrepreneur most of my adult life, like easily most of my adult life. I have had some very good experiences when it comes to entrepreneurship. I've had some not that great experience when it comes to entrepreneurship. I have had some businesses that have done extremely well, some businesses that have not done that well. And so with that, I feel like I am a great person to be able to talk to you about success strategies, because you do have to have a strategy when you are going into business for yourself, and you have to kind of know what that looks like for you, because everyone is different and every business is different. And now in the age of content creation, which is like the newest part of it for me, that's a whole different thing in and of itself. However, there are still a lot of the regular habits and business strategies that work for content creation, and people just aren't even aware that these types of things work. Some of the old school stuff, where I feel like a lot of brick and mortar type businesses that don't do a lot of content creation and social media probably need to explore that a little bit more and take their business online as well. And I believe that a lot of us who do content creation and have businesses that are mainly online need to learn how to take our businesses offline as well, so we both can benefit from all of the different ways to share a business. So before I jump in any further, let's see. It says Facebook user, I'm here, let's go. Dang, I wish I could see who that was. And I'm looking on both of my platforms on Facebook, and it's not showing me that comment. So please forgive me, whoever that is, and just type your name. Okay, let me see. Yes, please, I own my, okay, I'm here, let's go. That's Chrissy, Lisa. Okay, I'm getting it. They're starting to show me stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in. We have Sarah's Happy Hives. Wonderful afternoon. I am Betty J. Hey, Betty, I'm here early, Betty, so you got to catch me. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Kelly. Hey, KC. Hey, geeky girls. Okay, I'm trying to say hello to everyone. I'm so glad. Like, I'm excited that y'all are here, because I'm like, I changed the time and I did it last minute. And so what we're going to talk about is the small business strategies. So the number one thing that I want to talk about, which is going to sound a little bit like really, but yeah, really, because a lot of people miss this part, but you got to let people know you have a business. Number one, you have to let people know that you have a business. And you might be looking like, well, who doesn't let people know that they have a business? And what I'm going to say is probably a lot of you. And when I say let people know you have a business, I'm not talking about your family and friends who we share a lot with, our church members, the people we work with. Hey, girl, I'm starting a new business. Hey, I'm selling this or I'm doing that. More than likely, unfortunately, and it's really not a big deal. Don't take it personal. But again, for someone who has been in business for herself for at least 20 years or more, those are not going to be your clients. Those are not your customers. Those are the ones who may or may not support you and cheer you on, but they're definitely not going to be the ones who buy the bulk of whatever it is that you're selling. They're not going to be the ones to hire you for whatever your services are. They're just not. And I can't say like a hard and fast rule, like none of your family and friends are going to support you. However, I'm going to say that you cannot have an extremely profitable business that is going to be able to sustain and support you financially if the only people who you are looking for to get that support from are your family and friends. Does that make sense? And so we have to find ways to start to tell other people about our businesses. It's the strangers, the people we don't know, the people that we've never met. Those are the people who are going to be able to help us grow our business from a financial standpoint, where those are going to be our clients. Those are going to be our customers. And so we have to learn how to reach them. And when I say reach them, it means reaching them, whether it's on social media, reaching them, whether it's in person and networking, because next week we're going to take a deep dive into networking and what that looks like. But of course, I have to mention networking today as well. But we're just not going to talk about it as in depth. Hey, Tim, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for always reminding everybody to hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you so much. Yes, if you're in here and you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up because it does help your girl in the algorithm. And so, yeah, those are not going to be your people. So you're going to have to find ways to reach outside of your comfort zone, reach outside of that group of people who you talk to all the time and start introducing you to new people, whether it be online or in person. And I strongly suggest that no matter how your business is structured, whether it's more of a digital business or an in-person business, that you utilize in-person platforms as well as online platforms. I also strongly suggest that if you're the type of person where most of your online is on Facebook, Facebook has become somewhat of a dinosaur. Facebook initially was created for that space where we talk to who? Our family and friends. We share pictures of our vacations. We share pictures of our kids. We do all that stuff. And so we build this network of people on Facebook, but they are people who we know, whether it's people we went to high school with, and maybe we just don't live close by, but we still know them. It may be, family and friends that live across the nation, live in different countries, whatever, but they're still people we know. And I've seen so many people get frustrated in their business where they're like, I'm posting every day. I'm putting my products and services on every day, and I hardly ever get a like, and no one even buys anything. But who are your Facebook friends? They are your family and friends and people who you already know. So that's why you're not getting that traction. And I don't know why it's like that. A part of me believes that the reason why, hey, Trish, how are you? Hey, Amanda. Hey, boo. A part of me believes the reason why our family and friends aren't our best clients and customers is, number one, that's not how they know us. Like, none of us were actually born entrepreneurs, so to speak. So they got to know us a certain way for a certain thing, and they don't see us as a businesswoman or a businessman. And so, quite frankly, they don't really take us seriously. And not that it's a negative thing, it's just that that's not how they see us. And so they're not who we go to when they're looking to buy something or to consume something. They're looking somewhere else. It's just like with your kids. You can give them the best advice and talk to them till they're blue in the face, but they don't really get it until somebody else says it. Hey, Tampa. And so don't be discouraged, but you're going to have to move off of Facebook. Your family and friends are not going to be the ones who follow you on TikTok. Trust me, your family and friends are not going to be the ones that subscribe to you on YouTube. But guess what? That's where your audience is. That is where you're going to be able to get your clients. That's where you're going to be able to sell your products and services. Again, not a hard and fast rule, but I'm telling you what I know to be true. And that happens 90% of the time. I am on social media all day, every day. I'm not going to be one of those people who sit here and say, oh, I don't really be on social media. Yeah, I do. I'm on social media all the time, scrolling, probably too much, but it's for personal and business. So yeah, I'm doing all the things. But what I can tell you for sure is if I post a picture of me and my puppy, chilling on the back patio, I am going to get tons and tons of likes and comments from my family and friends. Oh, the puppy is so cute. Oh, you look nice today. Oh, I love what you did with the patio. I am going to get that engagement. But soon, and yes, I said soon, SOON', soon, as I post something like, hey, I have a new coaching course out, get yours today. Hey, launched a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. I can guarantee you I'm not going to get any more than 5 likes and maybe 1 comment. And the family and friends who like and comment on those are going to be the same person all the time. I can guarantee you it's going to be my cousin Rhonda. It's going to be my sister Margot. It's going to be my friend Vonda. And I mean, I'm telling you, and that's going to be it, because that's not the part of me that interests my family and friends. And once you get over that hurdle and stop taking it personal and just realize you have to compartmentalize. And I should have grabbed water, y'all. I've been running like literally all day. I just got in the house 10 minutes before I jumped on live. But once you stop taking that personal, once you stop having this unrealistic expectation, because never did your family and friends tell you, I'm going to buy everything you selling for the rest of your life. I'm always going to be your client. They said that they would love you and they would be there for you. That doesn't mean they're going to spend their money for you, with you. So once you get over that and get out of your head about that, then you can really start growing your business. Let me get in the comments because I see, hey, Fresh and Fire. Living Out Loud is here. I haven't seen her, but I see a hey to Living Out Loud. So I know Miss Christine is in the house. Hey, Dolores. Oh, there's Living Out Loud. Hey, Miss Christine. I think I said hi to Kelly already. Just want to make sure I'm saying hello to everybody. Let me check. Let's see what's popping over here on Facebook. I think I got everybody there. All right, good. And so let me look at this comment. Would you say birds chirp then? Right, exactly. Crickets. It's crickets. You don't hear anything. And it's fine. And Betty says, my sister Annette and my best friend, and that's it. Yeah. So y'all know what I'm saying is true, because there's people right here in the chat. Hey, Tamika, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. But we have a couple of people right here in the chat, just out of the 22. And thank you for the 22 people who are here. But just out of the 22 on YouTube, we're seeing where people are like, yeah, it's just 1 or 2 people. I'm hearing crickets. The birds is chirping. That's it. And you have to get out of your head about that. Once you stop taking it personal, once you realize that it's not personal, it's just the fact that that's not the part of you that interests your family and friends. They just want to deal with the happy-go-lucky you, the one who is bringing a potato salad to the cookout, the one who is hosting Christmas dinner. That's the parts of you they love. And they're not even looking to necessarily learn a different part of you, because people like what's familiar. And so once you get out of your head about that, like I said, then you can start growing your business. And Tampa said, it makes me feel like I'm wasting my time, but you're not, trust me, you're not wasting your time. It's just one of those learning lessons where you truly realize I am in business and I look for family support for my emotional and personal needs. I should not be looking for my family to support my business and work needs. You would not be looking, if you just had a regular 9 to 5, you wouldn't be looking for your family and friends to support you at that job, to come and visit you on your job, and to necessarily do business with that whatever company that you're working for. So you have to look at your own business the same way. And so the platforms that aren't as family oriented are TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. That's where you start to find your real tribe. That's where the people are waiting for someone like you to show up and offer whatever it is that you have to offer. There are people out there waiting for you. So yeah, why you wasting time chasing your family members and getting your feelings hurt? There is a whole world of people out there who are waiting for you to show up, who need what you have to offer, whether it's information, resources, a product, or services. There are people out there who are waiting for you, and you just have to be able to meet them where they are, because guess what? They're not your Facebook friends. Why? Because you don't know them. And so that's the first thing that I want to talk about, is how we have to let people, the right people, know that we're in business. And how do you do that? By stepping outside of your comfort zone and starting to meet new people. Let me see. What did Trish say? Stae, I still have not shared on Facebook that I have a YouTube channel. Not sure how it will be received. I've been on YouTube for 3 years in September. And girl, you well on your way. You got your subscribers to be monetized, just working on that watch time hours. Then people on Facebook ain't going to watch your video or subscribe to your channel, more than likely. If there's a few people. So I say all that to say is, don't feel pressured to share it on Facebook unless it's just something that you want to do. Because again, you're not sure how it'll be received. Why? Because those are our family and friends. And so don't feel pressure, because it is your business. That is your baby. You don't have to share it with them if you don't want. Share it with the people who are waiting for you to share it. Share it with those people, because again, you do natural hair. Your family does not have to watch your YouTube videos to get your natural hair care tips, because you'll just help them anyway. So it's like, what difference does it make? And you're already reaching your goals. Don't even worry about it. If you never want to share it on Facebook, don't worry about it, because that is not where the support is going to come from anyway. There's a lot of people who don't know that I have a lot of things that I have. And I do push things on on Facebook, because it was before I realized. So I'm telling you from experience, but it's out there for me. But if I had it to do all over again, I probably wouldn't. And so don't even worry about that. But it's the people who you don't know, who are looking for what you have to offer. You need to meet them where they are. And so we've talked about the social media piece of it, but let's talk about online as it pertains to websites and email lists. I know email may seem like a thing of the past, but I email somebody and get emails every single day. And an email list is what is going to keep you connected to those customers and clients that you meet on social media, even if that social media site decides to go away. You don't want to build up this huge clientele on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and then for whatever reason, one of those platforms is no longer there, and now you don't have a way to reach your clients. And so with email comes where the website makes sense. Now, some people might say, well, I'm a content creator. Why do I need a website? Or, I don't sell anything. Why do I need a website? Well, it doesn't have to be an elaborate website, but just at least a landing page. Why? Because you need a way to collect people's email addresses. You need somewhere to send them just in case these platforms go down. Email addresses are golden. You're able to reach people with just one message. If you want to invite people to your YouTube channel, or if you're doing a pop-up shop somewhere, if you're running a sale on something, again, you don't want to have to worry about or depend on people actually going to look at your YouTube channel, because as we know, the notifications don't always work on these platforms. Sometimes people just don't feel like they have time to sit down and watch. But if you have an email list, and say, for instance, you're running a special on a new shampoo and conditioner, because I got hair in my mind now because I was talking to Trish, but say you have your own product line and you're running a special, you don't want to depend on just announcing that on your YouTube channel, because they may never know you launched that video. They may be too busy to watch a video. So you want to be able to send them an email that's going to go directly to their inbox, going to pop up on their phone. So then they could say, oh, shoot, Trish is launching something. She sent me this email. Now let me go back and watch her video to get more information. Let me see. Trish says, you got that right. Yeah, girl, your people ain't on Facebook. Don't worry about that. Perfect message, Stae. Actually, a family member said about her own journey. Don't wait on family to support your business. You'll be waiting forever. She was so right. Yeah, and the thing is, don't wait on it, and also don't get your feelings hurt. I just followed Trish the Natural. That's my sister, Trish. Go Town is my sister. So she just followed you. She is a natural. She is awesome with her hair. And let me tell y'all this. This is how stuff works. I went natural. My sister was addicted to the creamy crack. I convinced her to go natural. She was like, I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of work, whatever. I'm just not sure. That girl went natural and rocked it. Can wear her hair in all different styles. It is so long and healthy, bouncing and behaving. And I be out here looking like, what's his name, Margaret? You know who I'm talking about because I say it all the time. Frederick Douglass. Every time I try to do a twist out or whatever. Yeah, she just took it and ran with it. So yeah, you will really enjoy Trisha's channel. And she goes live as well. All right. And y'all, thank you for saying hello to my sister. But yeah, so what was I even talking about? See, I done got off track. But anyway, what was I saying? The email list. So you want to make sure that you have a way to contact your customers, contact your clients, to let them know what you have going on in a way that they're definitely going to see it. Because people are checking their email addresses more than they're going to say, oh, well, let me just get on YouTube and see what Stae got going on. So you want to have that. And you also want to have control of your client base, because we don't own YouTube and TikTok and Facebook or any of those things. And with all the craziness that goes on, you never know when these may go away. And you do not want your business to be hinged on social media. Even though social media is an awesome platform, an awesome tool, any of them, but you want to make sure that you have some other way, because you're the one who has grown this client base. You're the one who has built this customer base, and you don't want YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or anyone to be able to tell you when you can no longer contact them. So if you don't have a full-fledged website, you at least want to have a landing page to send people to, where they have to put their email address in, and you start collecting those emails and start reaching out to people. Another way to build your business with the email is reaching out to people and just giving them tips, giving them things for free, what they call freebies, even if you're not selling anything, because people like that. They like to get little tidbits of information. They like a freebie. And a freebie does not mean necessarily that if you have a product that you have to be mailing people out products. But whatever industry you're in, I'm assuming that you are an expert in your industry, right? Hey, Crystal, thank you for tuning in. Look, y'all, I'm juggling all the things. Hey, Anita, thank you for watching. And so you're an expert at what you do. And so whether you're doing hair care, whether you're in the automotive industry, whether you are a soft skills and emotional intelligence expert, whether you are a realtor, whatever it is that you do, you're an expert and people can use your information. So a way to build your clientele is, once you're connecting with these people, because it's a process, right? It's like courting. They're not going to immediately come to you. And you can't even get people to subscribe or follow sometimes and that's free 99 just to click a button. But people want to really know what value it is that you're bringing. They're not going to necessarily just take your word for it the first time. And so a way to court and build that relationship is by giving them something for free. Send them a little PDF. top 5 deep conditioners that I found in 2024. Make a little PDF, go in Canva, put some cute on it, and send it out to your email list. Like for me, the top 5 soft skills that every employer is looking for free, send it out. So now I'm giving them something because I'm just appreciating the fact that they stopped by, they gave their email address. Now I'm giving them something for free. It didn't cost me anything. I already have this information. Now, you do have to be careful. You don't want to give so much that then they don't use you, but you want to give them just enough where they're intrigued and where they are like, okay, she or he know what they talking about. Okay, let me dig deeper into this. I really appreciated these tips. Yeah, Canva is the bomb. Things that you need to utilize as a small business owner, Canva or something like Canva. I'm going to say Canva because I've been using it for years and love it. Fiverr is your friend. Miss T talks about me all the time. For those of you who watch and are part of the T unit, y'all know she gets on me. I'm definitely to get somebody else to do it. If somebody else can do it, I believe as a small business owner, somebody else should be doing it. As a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, do not get in your head feeling that you have to do all the things, or getting in your head feeling like, well, I can't afford to hire a staff. Fiverr is called Fiverr for a reason. You can find people to do things for as little as $5. I'm not trying to count nobody's money, but I am assuming that if you are in business, you got $5 every once in a while to give somebody to do something, to take something off your plate. And so that you're not trying to become an expert in all the things. Just because you're a small business owner and you have a YouTube channel and you're on TikTok or whatever does not mean that you now have to become a graphics arts designer, an editor, and all of that. Get somebody else to do it. And Fiverr is the way. You're not paying a salary. You're paying per job, what they do. You can look at their reviews and find somebody who fits the money that you have, who does decent work. I'm glad you did this. Well, I'm glad that you're glad I did this, Casey. Yeah, Fiverr is on point. You got, see, I got 5 on it. That's what I'm saying. All you need is 5. And you can get things done. As an author, I have had people on Fiverr create my book cover, which I feel like my book covers are gorgeous. The little theme song that y'all hear, my Living Life with Stae, somebody on Fiverr wrote and recorded that for me. I think I paid $40 for that. And now that is my little theme song. I'm telling you, having a staff will come if you need it. It got to the point where I needed a personal assistant, an executive assistant. I have an executive assistant. I have somebody else who trains in soft skills, but I had to get to that. So at the time when it was only me who was doing the training and me who was writing the curriculum, I could not afford to be hiring a graphics designer and doing all the things, and nor did I have the time to invest in learning how to do it myself, because that's not my cup of tea. That's not my wheelhouse. So you have to learn how to use these resources. Let me see. What's Margaret say? Fiverr and Canva are both essential. Yeah, they are great. What didn't I see? What did I miss? You are welcome. You're welcome. And so when it comes to the email list as well, and you can find somebody on Fiverr who can design your website or just your landing page, whatever it is, all of that you can find on Fiverr. And then you don't have to sit there once you get the email address and type in all those email addresses every time you want to send an email. You can get something like Constant Contact, or I can't remember the name of the other one, but there are several out there where all you have to do is, as you collect email addresses, you just add the email addresses into this app. And then whenever you have an email that you want to send out to your email list, you just make one email, click on which list you want to send it to. It'll send it out to everybody. Another thing that you want to do as a business owner is when you do business with people, be sure to ask them to give you some sort of review. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're selling things and you're on Amazon, ask them to go on Amazon and give you a review. If whatever it is that's a service, ask them to write a review that you can put on your website or your landing page. People like to know what other people's experiences are with you. I know for me, before I go to a new restaurant, or even if I'm buying a shirt on Amazon, it might look cute, the food might look good, but what I want to know is, what were other people saying about it? Because of course, the restaurant is going to rant and rave about their food, best lamb chops in the city. And of course, whoever is making this dress is going to, have the best pictures of it. But I want to see what other real people just like me have to say about it. Well, it's no different for us as business owners. Again, no matter what type of business owner you are, if you're dealing with people, then you need to get a review. And even if you're dealing with other businesses, if you're a business to business company, for instance, with me, with iSalt, we work with businesses as well as individuals. I make sure that I get reviews from everyone. I even get video recording testimonials from when people work with me, because word of mouth, no matter what, is still going to be your best form of marketing and advertising. Someone being able to share with other people their experience with you, their experience with your product or service, is going to go miles further than anything that you can create. Because again, of course, you're going to say, I'm great. And not that you're not great, but they want to hear that somebody else thinks you're great other than you. Why do you think that those infomercials are so powerful and have people up in the middle of the night ordering sun visors for their car? It's because they have people on there talking about how this experience and this gadget was life-changing for them, how it solved a problem, how it made things so much better. Because that's another thing, as a business owner, you have to be sure that you are solving a problem, and they want to hear from someone else how you solve that problem for them. Let's see. Oh, MailChimp. Yeah, MailChimp or MailChimp. I think it's just MailChimp. MailChimp is another one where it'll send the emails out for you, and you don't have to be typing all those emails. I use Fiverr to create a business logo for me before. Yeah, Fiverr is so good. Amanda saying hey to KC. But yeah, I mean, and just don't let funds always be the determining factor. Do the research, because there's a lot of things out there that you may think are super expensive that really are not as expensive as you think. You can actually get a virtual assistant on Fiverr. Now they're even offering coaching on Fiverr. And again, not all of it is $5, but way less expensive than if you were trying to just hire somebody. I see somebody saying hi to Miss T. Is Miss T in the building? Hey, oh, I see. Hey, how are you, Miss T? I was just talking about you. I don't know. You might have been in the bushes when I was talking about how you said, yeah, be like Stae Hall. Just say hire somebody to do it. We have to be able to get things off of our plates so that we have time to really build our business. Now, as much as I talked about the online portion of it, we also have the in-person portion of it, which is networking. And we're not going to network with our family and friends. Another thing about family and friends is, don't necessarily I hate saying this, but don't necessarily believe that they're going to be the one to recommend you even to other people. You're not top of mind when they're thinking about business. And that's all it is. Do not take it personal, but I just want to be real with y'all, because I don't want you to continue wasting your time trying to build your business on family and friends. So family and friends are not the people you want to network with. Don't feel like, if you're a hair braider and, one of your family members have friends who want their hair braided, they may not even think to tell them to come to you. It's just, I don't know, human nature, I guess. It's one of the negatives of human nature, but it is what it is. And as you can see from some of the comments that we got in the chat, you're not alone. It happens to all of us. But since our family and friends are not going to be the ones who follow us on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, and even if they're on Facebook, they're not going to be the ones to click and share and like our posts as it pertains to business. They're also not going to be the ones to face-to-face network. Trying to grow your business by depending on your family and friends to introduce you to their outer circles and their people at work or whatever is not it. So what you're going to have to do is get out there in the community and start introducing yourself to strangers. And I know it might sound scary for some of us. Some of us are shy, some of us are more introverted, but you're a business person. And even though your business may be what you're passionate about, it may be the thing that you would do for free, the thing that you just can't imagine yourself not doing, you still want to make some money. I love what I would do, what I do, and I would do it for free as long as something was paying my bills, but I can't afford to do it for free. Now, if I hit the lottery for, $5 million, $50 million, $1 billion, then I'll be out here doing life coaching and soft skills training for free. But as of today, we got bills we got to pay. And this is my bread and butter. So I have to step out of my comfort zone and start introducing myself to some people who I don't know and people who are looking for what I have. And so the way that you do that, it's not necessarily, let me see, so true, so true. My family asks me questions that I've clearly answered on my videos. Sometimes I'll ask them, do you even watch? The answer is no, they ain't watching. They ain't watching. Like I said, my sister watches, my cousin Rhonda watches, and my friend Vonda watches. So that's the thing. We don't even ask. No, the answer is no. And don't get your feelings hurt. But we got to get that out there and start introducing ourselves to the people who are waiting on us, right? The people who are our clients, the people who are waiting to spend their money on us. And it's not necessarily that every time you go somewhere, no matter what the situation, you need to be like, hey, my name is Stae. I'm an certified emotional intelligence coach. Here's my card. Let's do business. No, there are things called networking events that are set up specifically for that. And again, we're going to talk more next week about the actual art of networking and what that looks like. But for the purposes of today's video and just giving you some tips and strategies towards your success, start looking into your local networking events. Now, y'all know, if you've been with me for any time, that I am on the board for the Fort Worth Metropolitan Black Chamber of Commerce. I am the chairman of the women's division. And with that comes a lot of networking events. We host a lot of networking events. We partner on certain networking events. And so networking is just a big part of what I do. But if you're not involved in a chamber, which I suggest that you do, and if you are a minority, you definitely want to find out who your minority chamber is. Like I said, we have the Black chamber, we have the Hispanic chamber, and not necessarily that you can't be a part of ones that aren't minority, but usually the minority ones are a little smaller. You get more one-on-one, and you're able to really get in and take advantage of the resources. But another huge tool for finding networking events, if you're not already affiliated with a chamber, is to get on Eventbrite. Go into Eventbrite, and if you have not ever heard of Eventbrite, it is spelled exactly the way it sounds, but the Bright is B-R-I-T-E. And Eventbrite is a tool that you can use and go in and find out about what? Different events. You can go in there. They have a search bar. You can choose your city and what type of event that you're looking for. So you go in there and you put Fort Worth, business networking events, entrepreneurial events, and it will show you what's going on in your area where you can go and meet other business people or people who are looking for business people. That's where you can go and start meeting people who represent certain banks. It is very important as a small business owner who wants to be successful to have a relationship with your banker. Going in and just opening up a bank account is not enough. Yes, you need your business bank account. You need to keep that business money separate from your personal money, but you need to figure out how that money can work for you. You need to figure out what is being offered by your bank. And going to these networking events, a lot of them are hosted by financial institutions. So it's a great way to have one-on-one conversations with these financial institutions. Tell them a little bit about your business and see what they have to offer you. Let me see. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Tampa. Let me see. So true. Okay, we already read that one. Remember when we were selling paintings? I wound up buying them all myself. Yeah, that was a multi-level marketing. I still have a couple of those paintings hanging in my house. I think you do too. But yeah, because we were only looking at our family and friends. It's like, yeah, having the parties. And y'all know, those who have done multi-level marketing before, you host those parties or whatever, and they going to come and eat your chips and dip. And that's it. Ain't nobody buying nothing. You go, girl. Thank you. Gotta run, stay safe, travels. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I am out of here tonight. So, yeah, so you go to these networking events and it's going to be a wealth of knowledge for you. You're going to meet people who are like-minded, who understand small business ownership, who understand entrepreneurship. You're going to meet people from the chambers and be able to find out what the resources are. And then you're going to meet those people in the financial industry who are going to help you be able to find the money to fund your business. There are pitch competitions out there. I was talking about this a little bit the other day on Miss T. There's not a whole lot of just grants and free money out there for small businesses unless you are a nonprofit, which is awesome. However, if you are a for-profit business, there's money out there for you, but it's not in the same way as writing a grant. And even though it can be considered a grant because it's not money you have to pay back, there are money that banks give, financial institutions give to small business owners. However, they're not going to give you something for nothing. They have pitch contests. I just mentored a young lady who was in a pitch contest here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And what the pitch contest consisted of, they partnered, it was the Black Chamber partnered with Prosperity Bank. And we offered, I believe it was a 6-week cohort, something else that if you're new in business, find a cohort to be a part of, an entrepreneurial cohort, because what it will do is link you with like-minded people in a group where they will bring professionals in business, whether it is entrepreneurs who have really gained a lot of success, whether it's people who are members of the chamber, whether it's people for financial institutions who will come and talk to you. This cohort in particular, I believe it ran for 6 or 8 weeks. They met on Saturdays from like 8 to 12, and they learned how to write a business plan. They learned about the different types of funding, whether you need a small business loan, whether you need a line of credit, and they had professionals come and talk to them about all of these things. And this is absolutely free of charge, no charge at all to the participants, getting this free education, free information that is going to help them prosper in their business. However, as a huge part of it, at the end, they were able to get up in front of a panel of judges and pitch their business, almost like the Shark Tank show, where they got up and they talked about what their product or service was. The young lady I was mentoring she does hair oil. She also does like the little hair charms that people wear on their braids or their dreads. And she also makes jewelry, beautiful jewelry. I wore one of her necklaces on one of my lives not too long ago. And so you get up in front of this panel of professionals and you tell them about your business and how much money you need, and if you win, what you would do with the money. At the end of that, someone ended up winning thousands of dollars for their business, free of charge. They don't have to pay it back. They also ended up getting a line of credit from the bank, as well as a credit card with the bank, no matter what their credit score was. The only obligation that they had was to open up either a checking or a savings account at the bank and to be the winner and complete the whole process. Those are the types of things that are going to lead you to success as an entrepreneur and as a small business owner. Those are the kind of things where that, even if you're not the winner, the education alone is priceless. Being able to have that interface time with professionals in different industries who have already gone that road, or whether they are the ones with the funding, that is priceless. So those are the types of things. Instead of chasing behind family and friends and getting your feelings hurt, get out here in the community around like-minded people who understand what it is that you're trying to do and who can actually help you. Let me see. I get so many people trying to get me into the travel business by recruiting others. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, that sounds more like the multi-level marketing thing. I've kind of been there, done that. That takes a special type of person. I'm not a salesperson. And the thing is, anytime you're in business, you're selling something, even if it's yourself. And I don't mean in the way y'all think selling yourself, but just selling yourself as the brand. I'm the person. Like anybody who's dealing with asphalt, I have to sell them me because I'm the instructor. I'm the one who's going to be bringing the information. But I'm able to do that because I'm passionate about it. But other things that I've tried in the past, like the paintings and Mary Kay and whatever, I'm just not passionate about that. And I also don't like being responsible for other people and pushing other people to sell and having parties. That's just not my thing. But there are people who have been able to profit and benefit off of those multi-level marketing things majorly. It's just not for me. But when you get into networking and going out and meeting like-minded people, these are the people who are going to be your potential clients and customers, and the ones who will lead you to potential clients and customers. Another way to grow your business as a small business is collaboration. Finding out what people do something that complements what you're doing, and y'all figuring out a way to do something together. So if you are a baker, for instance, find someone who's doing catering and see how y'all can piggyback off of each other's jobs. Like if you're doing the catering, I can do the desserts. How can we make that work? Or maybe we need to have an event together. I am a huge proponent for building your own stage. Don't wait for people to come to you. Bring them to you. Do a pop-up shop, have an event, showcase your business, because you know where your business can shine and where you don't have to wait for anybody to give you permission to talk about your business is when it's your own event. Let me say that again. When it's your own event. When I first decided that I was going to go into the public speaking and the transformational speaking, and I'm just like, okay, I want to be a speaker. And I really didn't know how to become a speaker. And you see these people, they're speaking at these events, you're going to these events, and you're wondering, well, how do they get invited to the event? And why is nobody inviting me to come speak? Well, they had never heard me speak before. They may see me posting some stuff and whatever, but again, what was going to make them invite me to speak? You know what I did? I hosted my own event. I invited people to come speak at my event, but guess who the keynote speaker was? Me. It's my circus. My animals, my choice. So that's what I did. And so if there's something that you sell, if there's something that you do, create your own event, have a pop-up shop, get with some other entrepreneurs. If you sell jewelry, if you sell hair care products, whatever it is that you do, get with some like-minded people and say, hey, let's go rent a venue. And it doesn't need to be anything major. And that's the thing too. There are boys and girls clubs who will let you rent a room for a weekend. A lot of the schools, especially in the summer, they will let you rent the gymnasium or the cafeteria on the weekend. Think outside of the box. I am the most thinking outside of the box person. I'm telling you, I can come up with a way. I had a 50th birthday party for my husband and completely transformed our backyard, had companies come and set up a bar, set up lounge chairs, all these things. I don't like, and this is going to make me sound real petty because I know people entertain, but when people entertain and they know that they're going to have tons of people at their house and the whole street is blocked with cars and people blocking your driveway, that irritates me to come home and I can't even get in my own driveway because there's cars there. And so even though I wanted to have this huge party for my husband, I knew what I needed to do as far as to make it work and get the vendors like the balloons and the lit up 50. I knew that, but I'm like, what am I going to do about parking? You know what I did? I found a company that did valet and they were mobile. They weren't a certain company. And I live across the street from a high school. Well, the party was on a Saturday night and nothing was going on at the high school. So I called the high school and said, hey, can I rent your parking lot for this particular Saturday night because I'm having a party and I'm doing valet? They said, absolutely. There's nothing going on that Saturday night. We'll just let security know. You don't even have to pay for it. Think outside of the box, y'all. You never know. Your local libraries. Libraries are not very utilized these days. Go to your library. Find out if they have any rooms. Do stuff. You can do it on a budget, but that's how you get yourself out there in the community. Another thing and strategy. Hey, cousin Rhonda. Hey, Andrea. Another way to build your business and get it out there is find out what's going on with your local news. A lot of our local news have like Saturday shows where they're in the community. If you have something, just shoot your shot. Call your local newspaper, call your local radio station, let them know what you're doing and that you would like to share it with your audience. They may let you come on for just 30 seconds, but for that 30 seconds, you're in front of thousands of people who have never heard of you before. That is how you grow your business, getting in front of people, in front of strangers who are looking for you. What did you say? See, I always friend strangers. What do you mean you always befriend strangers? Strangers always become your friends. Yeah, y'all sleeping on libraries. Yeah, I'm telling you, and these are very, like, we always want to think of the grand scheme of things. When start small, but just get out there and then collaborate with other people who are in business to do your thing. If you know somebody who does balloon design or event planning, but they're a small business, say, look, I have an idea. I want to do a small business expo. Connect with your chamber of commerce, connect with your schools, connect with your libraries. You create the event and you bring a bunch of small business owners under one roof. Y'all get on Fiverr, get a flyer made, put stuff on social media, talk about it everywhere, and invite people to come and learn about your products and services. And like I said, giving out that information. If you do have a product or service, give out little samples. It doesn't need to be anything major, but people need to be able to know what value it is that you bring. And it has to be more than lip service. But these are very inexpensive yet effective ways to grow your small business. Let me see here. Love you, Stae. Got to get myself ready for my live. I'll go back and rewatch what I missed. Well, absolutely. And all the best to you in your live. And I will make sure that I watch your replay as well, or just log on when I get done here. I still got a little bit of packing to do, but y'all know YouTube is the only TV I really watch. So Tampa, what time is your live? I want to come watch. Oh, look how sweet. Yes. And so make sure, all right, I'm late on this. However, y'all know I'm new and I run my mouth, but I'm new to this. If anybody wants to join me up here, if you have any small business tips and strategies, things that have worked for you, let me go ahead and put the link in the chat just in case anybody wants to join me up here. You can definitely do that. And if I forget to talk about the fact that y'all can come up here and join me, don't hesitate to put in the chat and say, Stae, you didn't put the link in the chat. I want to get up here and talk. And if you are a content creator or a small business owner and you're in the chat, drop your links, put your website in. We can use this as a networking event. That's another thing. You can do online networking events. Get online, do a Zoom, do a YouTube live, and just invite other small business owners. That is a part of the networking as well as a part of the collaboration. You just don't want to keep your business stagnant because you're not reaching out to the right people and you're not letting yourself be seen. Create your own stage, create your own platform, step outside of your comfort zone. Never leave your house ever, ever, ever without your business card. If you don't have a business card, you need to get one. And what I would also say is business cards are kind of going away. I still think that you should have them. I keep business cards, but you want to do the digital thing too. You can have QR codes made for free. Just Google free QR codes. You can have a QR code made that you can show somebody your QR code on the phone, or you can text it to them, whatever, and they can go directly to your website, directly to your YouTube channel. I did that one time on vacation. I did a QR code for my YouTube channel while I was on vacation. You know, you end up chit-chatting with people by the pool or whatever and talking about what you do. And I had the QR code because I wasn't going to keep paper business cards, but I'm always going to have my phone. I got several subscribers just from having that QR code. I had people buy my books while we were in Mexico because I had the QR code. So you want to make sure that you're always doing that. Another thing that I meant to mention back when I was talking about getting reviews from people, you also want to take pictures. Take pictures of everything you do. Take pictures of people everywhere you go, because you want people to see that you're out there, that you're making connections, that other people are interested. That's what you want to do. I should have said everybody can join me on stage except for this chick. Let's see. Hey, Ladybug.
Hey.
How can I? This is my life coaching client who I cannot get rid of. She's not even my client anymore.
I thought she could get rid of me, but I don't think so. It is not gonna be easy.
What do you have today, Ladybug?
Okay, so I think everything you said is
Hey,
top
Camilla.
notch, is on point. I love it. I relate it to anything, everything you said. And then I on my end, I really realize with this social media, if you want to make money, if you want to make money, you just have to just be like, you know what, I'm doing me. Okay, I am doing me. Whatever, whoever, my friends, my family, whatever they're gonna be thinking, it really like don't matter that much, because there are some things we post and we get haters talking about what is she trying to show, you
Mm-hmm.
what is she trying to show. So I feel like what matters is what you're thinking and what your significant other think
Yeah.
about. And so as long as you have him backing you up, like encouraging you, whatever, it don't matter who calls you shameless. You just, most of the time we get called shameless because we posted, let's say, in in my career, what I do is selling things. So a lot of things, including clothes. So if I have a dress I like and I think it looks good on me, my husband think it looks good on me, and I need the girls to see the dress, because when it's on,
Mm-hmm.
it look all the way different than when it's on a person. So I am
Right.
gonna on the dress up and take a picture, because when I
Mm-hmm.
do that, that's when all my girls relate. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a body like hers. I'm a little bit bigger than that. That mean it could be like that. It sells, okay? But
Yeah.
family goes and close friends goes and judge sometimes. I feel like you just have to, in my words, my words are always different than everybody else, but in my words I would say you gotta just be shameless.
Yeah, you just got to do you and not worry about it. And it's funny because I've had issues like that too, where people will say, "Dang, you always on Facebook. You post everything." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do. Like, you're not gonna make me feel ashamed because I post everything. Yeah, and I'm gonna post again tomorrow and the day after that. Like, I see everything in your life. Okay. And again, the reason why I do it is because I am the brand. When people come to iSalt, they're coming to me. So I need them to see me and what I'm doing and get to know me, because people do business with those who they know, like, and trust. And so I'm building that. And that's why I post, because I want people to have a connection with me. You can't worry about it. People can't support what they don't understand. And the fact that they wouldn't do it or wouldn't do it, then they want to make you feel bad about it. But you have to have a thick skin.
Yes, and like you say, the people who knows you in real life, they really like, some of them think there wouldn't be anything good that can come from you. What can she do? You know what I mean? But the people who don't know you, they literally like want to know you. They want
Mm-hmm.
to be close to you. They want to be friends and family. Those are the people that support you.
Right. Yep, you're absolutely right. And that's where the business comes from. And the thing is, I'm getting feedback. Casey, do you have us on somewhere?
Huh?
Do you have YouTube or something up? Because I'm hearing that echo
Um,
where I talk.
mhm.
Where are
No,
you watching that? YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube.
Oh, close your YouTube.
Oh,
Don't
what?
close the StreamYard just so you.
If
Oh,
I
Lord.
not close you.
No, you'll still be here. I was just hearing the echo. But the thing is, you have to learn how to compartmentalize. And so I don't want anybody to ruin family relationships and friend relationships because they're not supporting you in business. And that's why it was so important for me to talk about that first. Like, yeah, you have to tell people you're in business, to tell the right people. Let your family be your family. Don't worry about it. And then go out there and find your customers. But another thing that I want to mention about family, just because you are in business and you have a product or service, don't feel like you have to give it to your family for free. Family pays too. Now, if you want to do a family discount or whatever, that's fine. But don't feel obligated
Yeah,
to give them anything for free.
I have had to tell my husband, if any of those friends I'm talking about is here, I'm shameless. Anyway, I have had to tell my husband, uh, because his friends like place orders through him, not through me, and I go like, that's him. He does have his own business, and this is my business. So you are going to order through me, and you're going through everybody else's. So you're gonna receive an invoice, and you're gonna pay through invoice unless you want to come by and pay cash, and I'll give you a receipt. So
Right.
there is no you're taking and you're gonna give it to me next weekend. That's not it. Are we gonna eat next weekend now? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's true. People will take advantage. You're saying they hear the echo, Casey.
Hmm?
They can hear the echo. So did you have anything else to share, or I'm gonna drop you down because of the echo?
No, no, only the kids. That's it. I don't know. I think it's because I'm on the phone. I'm not on the computer.
Yeah, it might be it.
Yeah. But anyway, let me not take your time. But I'm so happy and glad I invited everybody from the
Yeah,
group so that they can come.
excited, and I love seeing you pop up. I tease you, but you know I love it.
All right, Mama. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Okay, is the echo still there? I think it was just some feedback from what she had. But yeah, that's the thing. I don't want y'all to lose family and friendship relationships because of it. Don't take it personal. Just get out there and find no, geeky girl. So no, the echo's still there. So give me a 1 if there's still an echo, a 2 if there's no echo. 1 for echo, 2 for no echo. Because I don't hear it anymore. One for echo, 2 for no echo. No echo. Okay, thank you. All right, good, good. Yeah, I think it was just some feedback Casey had. But yeah, I don't want to see y'all lose any family relationships, friend relationships or anything like that. Just compartmentalize it and know that it is what it is. But again, also do not feel obligated to give your products and services for free. And that could cause a whole other problem with family and friends. Like again, I don't have a problem with family and friends discounts. And it also depends on how much your product is. Like if you're just selling something like my book for $20, like how much of a discount can I give somebody for $20? But if they want to hire me for coaching where we're talking about thousands of dollars, yeah, I can give you a little bit of discount, but I'm not going to give it to you for free. And it's not because I'm being mean. It's just because this is my livelihood. And there's a lot of families who we might be first time entrepreneurs, first time business owners, and they just don't know what that looks like. And they don't necessarily take it seriously. So they feel like, oh, you can just give it to me. No, if I give it to you, how am I going to pay my bills? And especially if you're dealing with products and services, you're buying the materials for that. Let me see what Delisa say. Learning my lesson. Yeah, we have to learn it. And sometimes we learn it the hard way. But yeah, we have to learn it because people will take advantage of you and try to make you feel bad. Oh, thank you for subscribing to Trish. You're going to love it. Yeah, y'all continue to support each other. Drop your links and, just look everybody up on YouTube because I'm all about growing. I'm a connector. I love to connect people. I'm not a gatekeeper. I share all the information. I've had to learn a lot of things the hard way. And I have reached out to people who have just straight up refused to help me. And so I just made a vow that whenever I did get to a certain level and I believed that I was an expert in certain things, I was going to share. And again, I have paid services for one-on-one coaching where I really take a deep dive and help individuals build specifically what they're trying to do. But I also don't mind doing this stuff that is completely free of charge because it's a win-win. I hope that I'm impacting and helping y'all. I want to give you the information, but it also, for me, gives you a glimpse of what I know. So if you want to take it offline and work with me one-on-one, you already see what I'm made of. You already see what I can offer. So it's a win-win. If you always giving away free stuff, you're not going to profit. Absolutely. And there are businesses who have literally gone out of business because of family, hiring family and it not working out. Like I know a restaurant owner who did that, hired family, people weren't showing up to work, people were taking advantage of it, and then they were eating at the restaurant every single day, not paying for anything. And that person not only went out of business, they ended up being in huge debt. And it's scary. Yeah, you have to. You have to change it up, and you have to just realize that you're setting your boundaries. So y'all know that's something I talk about all the time. You have to set your boundaries, and you have to teach people how to treat you. And sometimes you have to have those critical and crucial conversations, but people should understand, they'll try you and they might have a certain expectation, but you just ask them, like, is that when you go to Target, do you tell them that they need to give you a discount? Do you just take stuff for free? When you go eat at a restaurant, do you just sit there and eat and walk up and don't pay the bill? Well, why is it any different from me? And again, to do something once in a while at your choice, you can, but it's a business. And for those of us who are in business, I'm sure we all can agree that our desire is to one day not have to work our jobs if we're still working a job, or, to be able to be fully sustained by our business. And you can't do that by giving stuff away. It's like, it's bad enough if you're just not going to support me, but now you want me to give you stuff for free? No. And I say that all the time, and it can be harsh, but that's the whole premise of what I do all the time is live your life. Love yourself first explicitly. You have to get to the point in time where you are okay with choosing you. And that's even in your business. Choose you, even if it's going to upset somebody else. Choose you, even if someone else is going to be pissed off. Choose you, even when someone thinks that you're not doing the right thing. Choose you all day, because that is what's going to matter the most. Because even when you give in and give people things that they want, they're not grateful. Oftentimes, they're not going to be there to help you. They're not going to remember when. So you just have to choose you. And that's why I tell y'all all the time that selfish is not a bad thing. It's necessary, because selfish does not mean I'm not doing anything for anybody. It means that I have boundaries and I choose me, and I'm not going to let your selfishness cause me any strife. So that's what you have to do. Teach us. Yeah. And I'm teaching y'all based on lessons that, that I've learned, because it's tough, but an entrepreneurship in and of itself is tough. It can be lonely, and people don't understand. That's what I love about some of these younger generations. They are more open-minded. They're coming from our generation where we just kind of started really doing a lot of this stuff. Like, I didn't know any business owners when I was growing up. None of my family owned businesses that I can recall. And so, now these next generations are able to see what we do, and we can teach them from our mistakes, but it's not going to be so foreign. Like, I encourage my kids to be entrepreneurs, even though they may have careers. It's like, yeah, you still, I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income, right? And just like I said, you don't want everything resting on these social media platforms as you're building your clientele. You can't let everything, in my opinion, rest on a job. You can get laid off at any time. You can be fired. That business can close. So you need to find out something that you do that comes natural to you, something that's a passion, something that's a talent that you can also make money. Whatever it is that you do that could solve a problem for somebody else, that's a business. People have made millions of dollars off of going to other people's house and scooping poop from their backyard, because either the people don't want to be their own pooper scoopers, they don't have time to be their own pooper scoopers. So there are people who make millions of dollars, and there's a company out there, and the name escapes me, but that's how they make their money, from going out there and cleaning other people's dog poop out of their yards. It solves a problem. Whatever you do that can solve a problem for somebody else, anything that you're an expert at, that you're passionate about doing. And I like to say passionate, but the example I just gave, probably not even true. I can't imagine who is passionate about scooping poop. I also, so if there's an opportunity in something you don't mind doing. I also know a young lady who, which is going to lead me to the last thing that I want to talk about. I also know a young lady who was down on her luck and wasn't able to find work. And she just started searching needs and contracts. And so you can get contracts for doing things to serve other people. And she is now a millionaire from just providing paper towels and toilet tissue to some major school districts. She's not making the paper towels and toilet paper, none of that, but they were looking for a distributor. She found that contract. She was down on her luck. She bid on that contract. She got it, and she makes millions serving in that capacity. And so that's the other thing that I want to talk about as far as small business strategies. Get yourself in position to be able to bid on contracts. You would be surprised what type of things certain businesses, municipalities, and school districts are looking for, because they just don't have the time to do all their shopping, to go and do all this stuff. Whatever it is, you never know what they're looking for. And the way that you get yourself in position is to make sure that you have all of your documentation, all your I's dotted, all your T's crossed. Make sure that you have all of your information right with the IRS. Get your tax ID number. Get an LLC if that's what makes most sense for you. Or maybe it makes more sense for you to become incorporated. Get that. If you are a minority, and a minority is not only about race and color, a woman, period, is a minority. If you're a Black woman, you're a double minority. So make sure that you get your minority certifications, and that looks different in different states. But I have all of my minority certifications. I am a minority-owned business. I'm an historically underutilized business. I am a woman-owned business, and I have certifications for all of these things. If you go to my LinkedIn, you will see right under my name, we'll have all of the letters. Why? Because companies have money that they have to spend a certain amount with minority and historically underutilized businesses. Meaning, if you are bidding on a contract to do work for a certain entity, and it's just you and another business, but you're a minority-owned business, and that company has not met their quota of spending dollars with minority-owned businesses, you get that contract. When companies are looking to do business with people and they know they need to spend that minority money, they're going to look to see what businesses are registered with them that have their certifications. Just being Black, just being a woman, just being Hispanic, that's not enough. You have to go through the process to get your certifications. If you don't know what those certifications are, if you don't know how to get them, then again, your chambers of commerce are the places where people there will help you to get your certifications. If there is anyone in the Dallas-Fort Worth area who is interested in getting their certifications, please hit me up. And my email address that I will put on the screen now, because there is a program that my sister-in-law is going to be doing here soon, where they will be helping and paying for people to get their minority certifications. And don't let what you do make you feel like you can't get a contract with a government, a municipality, or a business, because again, you would be surprised at the things that people are looking for. I do a lot of work where I go in and do coaching and training, which, okay, that might make sense. Well, of course, companies are looking for coaches and trainers, but no, they're looking for toilet paper. They're looking for water. They're looking for people to come in and do all sorts of things. So what you want to do is get your certifications, get your LLC, get your tax ID number. Stop treating your business like a side hustle and start treating it like a business. Legitimize your business. File your taxes for your business. Get all of your things in order, because there's a lot of money out there and there is enough for all of us. But you don't want to have the opportunity come and you're not prepared for it. You want to be prepared for the opportunity. Get your things in order so that you're not missing out on things and scraping and rushing at the last minute. Do those things now. Stop treating it as a hustle. Stop treating it as a hobby and treat it as a business. Let's see. Yes, Casey, I'm stuck with y'all forever. Gotta plan a trip now. Yes, definitely. Anyway, Wallace. He's a troll on. Please ignore him. He's about to be. Hey, can't stop. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you. Geeky saying, hey, what's up to Wallace and Can't Stop. But yeah, that's something that we run into too often. People treating their business like a side hustle, and then this big opportunity comes, but you don't have none of your documentation. And some things require you to be in business for a certain amount of years, and you don't want to be out here hustling and hobbying for 10 years and just now deciding to get your documentation, because your business is not considered a business until you legitimize your business. Go to your what is it called, of state, your Secretary of State website. Find out what it takes to legitimize your business, because you don't want to be leaving money on the table. And there's enough out here for all of us. And another thing that I like to offer is, as I share these things with you, share them with other people. Don't be a gatekeeper. Don't keep it to yourself, because there is a blessing in being a blessing. The more you give, the more you receive. I'm telling you, you do not want to keep the information. It was so frustrating to me when I first, really decided to go into business, and I reached out to people who were already doing certain things and they didn't want to share with me. And it was just a lot of hard work and a lot of trial and error that I shouldn't have had to go through, because I knew people who could help me and they just weren't willing. And so as I made that decision and that pact with myself that I would never be the gatekeeper, I would never be the hoarder of the information, I just asked that everyone in our tribe do the same thing. If I teach you anything, if there's anything where it's an aha moment and some other small business owner who can use it, or if it's when I'm doing my soft skills training, life skills, any of that stuff, share it with somebody else if you think it can help, and you will be blessed tremendously. You're never late. Whenever you get here, you right on time. I appreciate you being here. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. So anybody else have anything? Anybody else want to pop up on stage? Have anything to share? Make sure, I didn't see any links going in there. Have y'all put your links in? We want to share. Sharing is caring. If you have a website, if you have a page, if you have a YouTube channel, whatever it is, just go ahead and share that. I can relate. I knew nothing, and I asked people. Okay, so let me tell y'all this story. There was one person in particular that I reached out to who had, and I don't want to give too much information, but they had done something that I wanted to do. And, and again, too, I don't believe in competition. Real bosses and people who are sure about themselves, I don't see anyone as my competition. I'm not trying to compete. I'm trying to collaborate. There is enough for all of us. We can all eat. And that's why I help. And so in the beginning of this, I had the mindset, right? Like everybody was like me. And so you build relationships with people, so you think, and you support their businesses and you buy their things and you think we cool. And so I was doing something in particular, and I thought I knew the perfect person I could call, because we're cool. I've invited them to my platform. We've done things together, and now I'm just trying to do something different. And I reached out and asked them, I said, hey, I know you've done this, and so I have an idea, and I want to do something similar. Can you just give me some insight on how, where I can start? And I guess it caught them off guard. They weren't prepared enough. I'm going to have to assume and give them that much credit, that I guess they just weren't prepared for the question, because what they had the nerve to say to me is, girl, I forgot. You forgot? Like that was something major in your life, a major accomplishment, a whole project, a business. And I'm just asking you to give me a couple of tips on how to get started. Like, y'all know, even though I tell y'all stuff, I'll say, hey, look into your chambers of commerce, go to the library, see if, you can rent their space, or, Google and see how you can get your certification. So I'm giving you enough nuggets where you can take it and go. I might not be giving you the whole plan A through Z, but I'm giving you something to work with. Hopefully something that you didn't know or have before you jumped on this live. And that's all I was asking this person. Can you just give me a website? Can you give me an idea? Can you tell me somebody else I could talk to? And all I got is, girl, I forgot. You didn't forget, but you don't want to share. But see, I'm the wrong person to do that with, because it just takes one time. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out myself. I'm going to learn how to do it. I'm going to be excellent in it. I'm going to be successful. And I'm going to share it with other people. because I ain't got time for that. Because again, what am I trying to keep it all to myself for? And that's exactly what I did. And my project was successful. And I never even, batted an eye. It was just when I hung up that phone, I knew what I needed to do. And that is what pushed me even further. I'm never going to do that to somebody. And even if I don't know, I know that 9 times out of 10, I know somebody who does know, and I'll direct you to that person. Very rarely am I going to leave anybody just like, yeah, that's it. I don't know. I forgot. No, I'm going to try to help you figure it out, because if I don't know, I probably want to know. I'm a forever learner. I'm a lifelong learner. So I'm like, if you hit me with something and I don't know and I don't have let's figure it out together. Because I believe that the more I do that, the more I'm going to grow. I love pouring into other people. I love to watch other people advance. I love being a part of people's journeys. Maybe that's the selfish part of me, but I love to look at somebody and be like, dang, I had one small part to play in that. If y'all are friends with me on Facebook, you'll see my quote. I just want to one day be to somebody that nobody was able to be for me. And so that's what I want to do. And it just makes me feel good to know that I was able to share something, teach something, add value to someone to help them achieve their goals. Because again, it's not about competition. It's about collaboration. And guess what? As I help you to achieve your goals, at some point, there may be something you're able to help me with, because I never claim to know everything. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, but I don't know everything. And so I just want us to do more of that. And I want us to take our businesses seriously. I want us to take our businesses outside of our living rooms, outside of our family functions. I want us to get out here, start meeting like-minded people. I want us to get out here and start building relationships with our chambers of commerce. I want us to get out here and start building relationships with our banks. Long gone are the days of just opening up a bank account and just letting it go. Go talk to that bank. Your money is making them money. They need to be able to do something for you. Go to them and ask them, what types of services do you offer for small business owners? What type of programs are you aware of for small business owners? Have them be able to invest something in you, because you are doing them a favor by bringing your money to that bank. They ain't keeping that money for free. It's making them money. But they have programs out there, but a lot of times we don't know just because we don't ask. Get on their websites and look. But you need to identify somebody in the bank, a banker who you can build a relationship with, a small business banker who you trust and who you go in there and talk about. As your business starts to grow and your money starts to grow, you want to have that relationship of the what's next. What other type of accounts do you have that can better serve me and help my money to make money for me? Those are the kind of things that I want you to be able to do. With collaboration, we all can win. Absolutely. Absolutely. Go live. Don't be afraid to share your platform. Invite people to the platform. I know I don't always practice what I preach, but it's not intentional, y'all. I just talk a lot, but y'all always welcome. My platform is always open. Collaborate with other people, and don't be afraid that somebody else is going to steal your shine. Don't be afraid that it's going to become competition. It's collaboration, and there's enough outlook. You can't serve all the people. You can't. There's only one of you. You can't serve all the people. So you want to collaborate. So I appreciate y'all so much for taking this time to be with me today. I hope that I said something that gave somebody an idea of something that they want to do and that they hadn't thought of. I hope I've given you the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. Get on Eventbrite, look for those networking events, start building your email list, get involved with your Chamber of Commerce, create your own stage, create your own events. Just do all the things. Do it alone if you have to. Do it afraid. Just do it. Don't give up on you. Don't look for the validation and approval of other people to let you know whether or not your business is going to be successful. Your business is going to be successful as long as you put everything into it that you need to put on it. Waiting on a conference. Conference is coming. Conference is coming. It is. I have some things working. I have some things in the mix. When I get back from out of town, I have some huge announcements. I have a product launch that I've been working on that I'm going to be announcing. So some good things coming in the summer And there is a conference coming. So yes, all the things. So there will be some pretty big announcements when I come back from out of town. Like I said, I'm leaving tonight. I'll be back on, I don't know, I think the 8th or whatever, but yeah, I got some announcements coming, and actually my baby boy is going to be joining in on a venture with me as well. So I'm super excited about that. And that's the thing too, share your business with your kids, give them that insight, give them that little push that we didn't all have. I definitely enjoyed and learned a lot. I'm going to take some of the tips back for work, since my boss gives me the okay to do a lot of things and make changes to grow. I love that. Because even though I'm in entrepreneurship, a lot of this stuff works in corporate as well. I mean, that's my bread and butter. Mostly there is going and training in the corporate sector, about mindset and just, doing things afraid. So I appreciate that, Amanda. And I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook or even YouTube and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so now and become a permanent part of the L.Y.F.E tribe. It doesn't cost a dime. It's free 99, but it helps me to be able to reach more people and to continue to grow this tribe and share this information. If you haven't already, please give this video a like wherever you are watching from, because again, it helps us to grow and to build this tribe, because I want to meet more people to be able to help and impact. And I also want to meet some people who can help and impact me as well, because I definitely believe without a shadow of a doubt, we are stronger together. So y'all know the drill. I love each and every one of you to bits and pieces. And I want you to always be kind. I want you to always love one another, but never forget to live your life. L-Y-F-E. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Living like a Stae. Hey, hey. 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 Love yourself first explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dream. Living like a Stae.